If you're building your network marketing business through online marketing funnels or social media, is it really possible to get fast team duplication? Well, that's the question that I get asked all the time. So in this episode, I'm going to share with you exactly what I do with my new teammates to get them started. And yes, I do build my network marketing business all online, all through social media, and I do have great team duplication and success. So stay tuned. Welcome to episode 144. My name is Tanya Aliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success fast while most importantly designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I put out a brand new training episode and free resource for you and your business each and every week. You have to have systems for everything. And you have to remember that people will typically do what you do, not necessarily what you say or tell them to do. So I know that when somebody joins my team, they immediately want to do exactly what I did to get them enrolled. But I also know that you can't compare somebody's chapter 1 to your chapter 20. So it's all in how you manage their expectations from the very beginning. Now, in every episode of Tanya Aliza TV, you know that I like to equip you with a free resource that goes with the episode. Now, today, since we're talking about getting duplication, if you're building your business online, and I'm going to pull back the curtains in just a minute. Before I do that, I want to make sure that I equipped you with today's free resource, which is my network marketing roadmap to a full-time residual income. This is perfect if you're just getting started, or even if you have teammates that you're getting started. So all you have to do to get that resource is hop over to tanyaaliza.com/144. I'll leave a link above or below this video in the description box. It'll take you over to the blog post where you can secure a copy of this free resource and look at my roadmap that's going to give you a step-by-step of everything that I'm going to talk about today in today's episode. So head over to the blog, click the yellow button below this video, and get that roadmap. So one of the things that you'll see in that roadmap is I make sure I set expectations from day one properly. So that means having a conversation with your new teammate, figuring out what some of their goals are, sharing maybe what some of your goals were, and setting the expectation of what it is going to take to meet those goals. The worst thing that you can do is to set somebody up to fail or to quit. And that's by saying it's easy, or you can do this really, really fast. I look at network marketing as any other business. It is a business. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some resources as far as time and money. And I like to make sure that my people are set up to win. If you say that they're going to make $1 million in a week or a year, yes, is it possible to do that in a year? Yeah, but it's not typical and it's not likely. So what you want to do is manage the expectations of what kind of work is going to be needed as far as output goes, and then how long that should take, and paint that vision for your new teammates so that they can make sure that they are set up to win and to expect what's going to be coming at them inside of their business when they're getting started. So have that first initial set expectation conversation with your new teammate. Now, I also like to share a story with my new teammates on what I personally did to get started in my network marketing business. And that was doing the reach outs to my existing list. So when you first get started in network marketing, absolutely you should make a list of the people that you already know, the people you already know on your social media, your warm market, and you should do some sort of an exposure with those people. That's the fastest way to build belief and a check in what it is that we do. And I did do that in the beginning, even though now I build my business all online. I didn't start that way. And so I like to share that story on how I personally got started and what I personally did and what I did to get in the trenches so that I can inspire my new teammates to hopefully do the same thing and guide them properly to a fast check and fast duplication in my team. I also explain passive prospecting versus active prospecting. And what I tell them is the goal is when you're getting set up and learning how to build on social media, the goal is to get passive prospecting to work for you in the long run. But while you're working on your passive prospecting or passive lead flow strategy, you have to be going out there and actively prospecting and actively bringing in leads until your passive strategy kicks in. So passive is people are coming to you every day asking you about your product, service, or business. Now, I've been able to design a brand and content and social media strategy around having that happen in my world now, whereas I don't have to focus too much on active prospecting. But in the beginning, I did focus on active prospecting until I got the passive prospecting and passive lead flow to kick in on its own. So I explain that to my new teammates so that they can understand the difference between the two and still be working active until the passive kicks in. Otherwise, they're going to have an expectation of passive people just coming to them right away, right out the gate. And we all know that it takes a little bit of time to cultivate and develop when you're building your brand and when you're building your strategy on social media. In that initial conversation, I also like to find out what their goals are, and I like to set milestones so that we have some targets that we're both working towards, and I'm able to get them talking about some of the things that they really want to accomplish so that I know how to hold them accountable to those things that they want to accomplish. So that happens in the first conversation, and you will see in my roadmap that that is part of the checklist process of getting one of my new teammates started. I also like to help my new teammates with their first 10 people. So typically a lot of our conversations with their prospects are done through Facebook Messenger now. So I like to hop into a group message thread with my prospect or with my teammate and their new prospects, and I like to help guide the conversation with them for at least their first 10 so that they know the process and they know exactly what I say and how I do everything. That's the best way for them to learn, is to show them and be in the trenches with them with their first 10. Now, if I'm working with a teammate that I know have big goals, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest a business launch plan with them. And I'll refer back to episode 27 in the show notes here, where I pull back the curtains and I show you how to set up a business launch plan with your new teammates, because I already have a previous episode that talks about that. So if that's something that you want to learn how to do with your new teammates, if you're talking to somebody that you know have big goals, you might want to set up a business launch strategy. Refer back to episode 27, and I give you a little bit of a guide and a plan on what I do with my people so that you can follow that as well. So the show notes of this episode, I'll leave a link to episode 27 where I show you how to put together a business launch plan with your new teammates. And you can also do this with your existing teammates that you have as well. So as you can see, it's really about setting the expectations and painting the picture of what it looks like to build a real network marketing business. Active prospecting, passive prospecting. Yes, we build online, but we also build offline as well. And we also tap into the existing list that a new teammate has when they are getting started. So setting your expectation and building a plan and having a checklist with your new teammates is absolutely critical. And remember to give you a step-by-step checklist on how I do everything. We put together a roadmap for you. It's the network marketing getting started roadmap to a full-time residual income. It's ready for you on the blog over at TanyaAliza.com/144. So make sure to pick that up, print it off, and use it with your next new teammates that you enroll. Question of the week. Do you have any really good tips on helping new teammates get started that you're doing that you'd like to share with the community? I'd love to hear what you do that's working really well. Drop a suggestion, drop a tip in the comment section below, and I'll reach out and also comment back. So, did you get some value out of today's episode? I truly hope that you did. Thank you for tuning in to Tanya Aliza TV this week. If you know anybody else that would find value in this episode, please make sure to like it and share it with your team. And I will see you on the next episode of Tanya Aliza TV.